Mm-mm. Okay, so good day everyone, and I would like to discuss to you regarding breeding of self-pollinated crops. So if we say self-pollinated crop, we are referring to the purity of our crops wherein ay na-maintain niya yung tinatawag na pure characteristics or the unique characteristic of that particular crops. Okay, so let me proceed. So kapag sinabi natin self-pollination, so the anther is deposited on the stigma of the same flower or another flower on the same plant. So it means kapag ang anther ay na-deposit mismo sa the same flower or the another flower of the same plant, so it means that is so-called self-pollinations. So mostly 99.99% na ide-deposit ang anther if self-pollinations sa mismong original stigma or in its own stigma. Okay? It does not require any external agent. So kapag sinabi nating external agent, ito yung mga insects, mga animals na pwedeng mag-transfer ng pollen. And usually, they have both anthers and stigma present in mature or present in the flower. And it matured on the same time. So it means nagmamature sila, magkasabay sila mag-mature. And mostly ng mga self-pollinations natin, it produces homozygous offspring and no variations produced. So kapag sinabi nating variations, walang pagbabago. Okay? So kung ano yung stand ng isa, ganoon din yung stand ng isa. So no variations, especially they are so-called homozygous. And then kapag sinabi naman nating cross-pollinations, there is a transfer of one flower to the stigma of another flower on the different individuals of the same species. And it also requires yung mga external agent natin. So the anthers and stigma matured at different times. So it means hindi magkasabay yung maturity ng anthers and stigma kapag cross-pollination. Kaya napakabilis lang i-pollinate ang isang crop if it is cross-pollinated or separate yung male and female organ ng flower ng plants natin. Unlike sa self-pollinations, naka-attach mismo yung anther doon sa malapit sa stigma wherein ay mahirap siyang i-pollinate or i-cross-pollinates. Okay? So, heterozygous yung offspring ng ating cross-pollination. So, kapag sinabi nating heterozygous cross-pollinations, ito yung magkaiba yung genotype sa phenotypic characteristic or something na kahit the same yung phenotypic characteristic but different in genotypic characteristic, that is so-called cross-pollinations. And it introduces yung variations. Okay? So, meron tayong comparisons dito. Comparisons populations and type of populations. So comparison of population and type of populations. So if we say homozygous combined with heterogeneous, so genetically similar and non-segregating populations. While yung heterozygous and homogeneous, genetically similar but segregating on the selfing. So example sana yung mga F1 natin, hybrids between inbred lines and progeny of a clone, they are homo-hetero genus. Okay? So kapag sinabi nating homogeneous, we are referring to the phenotypic characteristic of the plants, while yung homozygous, we are referring to the alleles or the zygotes wherein nandoon yung chromosomes, different chromosomes or the same chromosomes of the plants. The zygote produces based on the alleles that interact. Okay? And then, so kapag hetero, genus and homozygous, genetically dissimilar but non-segregating populations. So hindi na si-segregate. Ano? Dito naman, yung heterozygous niya is nasi-segregate. Similar but segregating on selfing. Si-segregate siya. So ganun din dito. Homozygous wherein dissimilar but not segregating populations. Hindi siya nasi-segregate. And then, hindi na segregate itong homozygous na ito. Okay? One like doon sa heterogeneous, yan, but different yung kanyang genetically dissimilar but non-segregating populations. And then, we have genetically dissimilar based on the appearance or yung kanyang plants. Okay? And then kapag heterozygous and heterogeneous, as we can see, kapag hetero means difference. Okay? No, tandaan natin na, ulitin natin ha. Ang homogeneous, para hindi tayo malito, homogeneous means that is makikita mo yung physical appearance, the genetic characteristic are expressed physically or phenotypically. While kapag sinabi nating homozygous, it express physiologically wherein yung alleles or alleles or kaya yung kanyang chromosomes ay the same. Okay? Kapag different yung kanyang chromosomes or different yung kanyang segregations, dissimilar yung kanyang genetically ay segregating on selfing, I should say, wherein that is ito. Okay? Naintindihan? Ulitin natin ha. So kapag sinabi nating homogeneous, it means ay yung kanyang expressions or reactions is the same. Okay? Homogeneous. Wherein yung physical expressions niya ay nakikita mo yung outcome. While yung homozygous naman, you cannot seen by your naked eye, but ito mismo ay nangyayari doon sa alleles or sa chromosomes niya. Okay? So, genetically similar and non-segregating population. So, hindi siya na-segregate kapag the same. Pero kapag different, yung kanyang dominant and recessive genes, this is the dominant, and the recessive genes, it means that is heterozygous. Okay? And then the homogeneous naman, ito mismo yung nakikita outcome of the plants or yung mismong expressions ng plants natin. And then, ganito rin dito, as you can see, hetero. Hetero na nga yung kanyang homozygous and then yung kanyang homogeneous difference din. Okay? The physical appearance. Ganon din itong ating plants dito. Wherein homozygous, the same, but different yung kanyang outcome. Okay? Next. So, in the breeding self-pollination, madami tayong mga method na ginagamit on how to develop a variety, especially we are pursuing the purity of that particular plants and also doon sa characteristic niya para ma-maintain natin yung characteristics. So in mass selection is very simple, yes. Alam nyo ba na ang mass selection ay ito yung ginagamit ng mga farmers natin. Ito yung pinaka oldest method na improvement or crop improvement. And qualitative character are used as parameters. So ang ginagamit natin for mass selection to determine yung performance ng plants natin na kahit the same lahat nung characteristic or the same yung plants na yan, meron at meron pa ring differences. Especially, hindi kasi natin masabi or kaya hindi natin ma-judge na kahit pare-pareho yung kanyang plant height, yung grain size, yung grain color, but in the heterozygous or in the chromosomes, na kahit alam mong pare-pareho yung height, pare-pareho yung height, hindi pala natin pwedeng i-judge kaagad. Kasi nga, there is a circumstances na magkakaiba pala yung kanilang characteristic, especially in physiological characteristics. Okay? Baka mamaya merong magpakita na mas malaki pala, mas ma-higher yung kanyang heights, merong mas maliit yung kanyang height. So we cannot determine or identify the characteristic of that particular inbred crops or open pollinated crops. So selected on the basis of phenotype from mixed populations. So the seeds are bulk and used to grow the next generations. So ang mass selection, kaya tayo nagse-select ng crops, ng seeds, it is because it is used to grow for the next generation. That is the purpose. Especially, ginagawa ito ng mga farmers natin. Okay? So in the first year, as you can see, we plant in a 1 hectare. Okay? So itatanim natin, example sana, itatanim natin sa 1 hektarya from a variable population. So kapag sinabi nating variable populations, it means ay in a natural conditions, tatanim natin sila doon. Example, sana ang pwede nating itanim is 200 to 2,000 plants with similar but desirable traits are selected. So once na nag-select kasi tayo, dahil seeds pa lang, so ang tinitingnan natin is the purity of the particular seeds. So the seeds from selected plants are composited. So pare-pareho, di ba? So hindi naman tayo pwedeng kumuha ng mga seeds na detected siya, deformed, but we choose something na seeds na alam nating decide or maganda yung kanyang physical appearance. Kasi magbe-base tayo in seed selections or in mass selection, we based on the characteristic of the seeds. Pero kapag iba yung kulay, nire-reject natin or tinatanggal natin. Basta there is a uniformity of a seeds na pwede nating itanim, that is the purpose in the first year of selections. Siyempre, in the first year, dinadetect natin yung mismong we detect yung mismong diseases, we detect mismo yung mga foreign materials na naroon, especially ang nagpo-propose for or kaya nagpe-perform for that particular uh, evaluations of seeds is the BPI or Bureau of Plant Industry. Dinadetect nila yung purity ng seeds natin, kung ito ba ay viable for distributions sa commercially, dinidistribute natin sa farmer yan. So, in mass selection, kailangan number one is the purity. Kasi kailangan tanggalin natin yung mga weed seeds, yung mga foreign materials, and then after that, in the second year, the composited seed is planted in preliminary yield trial. So it means after nakatanim na tayo at nakita natin yung performance, example sana, dito sa performance na ito, ang objective mo sana is sa plant height, kailangan sa plant height ay ma-attain niya yung 100 centimeter. Okay? And then sa tillers ay dapat ma-attain niya yung 25 to 30 tillers per plant. Okay? And then yung grains niya ay kailangan smalls yung kanyang characteristic. Based doon sa variety na gusto mong ilabas yung purity. Okay? Yung purity niya. So based dito sa performance niya on the first year, kung ano yung pinaka-the best based doon sa mismong selections or criteria mo, that's the time na yun yung ililipat mo for preliminary yield trial. So in the preliminary yield trial, meron ng tinatawag na groupings or plattings along with the standard checks. So phenotype of the selected population is clearly evaluated. So mostly phenotypic characteristic ang tinitignan natin. Okay? Kasi marami ding mga variety na pare-pareho yung kanyang characteristic, but make sure na the same din siya for their homozygous. Okay, the homozygous. So kapag the same siya sa homozygous, it means pure line yan. Or it must be selected. Okay? So based dito sa criteria natin, once na na-achieve itong criteria na ito, based doon sa criteria na gusto mong kunin, yun ay pasok doon sa second year. Okay? On the second year. And then, after that, on the third to fifth year, yan na yung tinatawag nating promising selection that are evaluated and coordinated with yield trial at several locations. So, magkakaroon na tayo ng multi-locations. So, hindi na lang natin itatanim on the same spot, on the same area, but rather, ilalagay natin sa ibang area. Example sana, meron tayong barangay dito sa Kabagan or kaya meron tayong municipality wherein dito sa Kabagan, itinanim mo yung trial or the second year, nagtanim ka ng trial na ang gusto mong palabasin is yung RC222 na variety. Ngayon, once na nakapagtanim ka dito sa Kabagan, ang next na gagawin mo is itatanim mo din siya sa ibang area. Example sana, ipinunta mo sa Ilagan, ipinunta mo doon sa Cagayan, ipinunta mo sa ibang municipality. So once na naipunta mo sa iba't ibang klase ng municipality or different municipality, that's the time na kapag kung saan yung good standing of that particular variety, it means doon lang siya adaptable. Okay, doon lang siya adaptable. So once na adaptable siya doon, example saan adaptable lang sa Kabagan at hindi siya adaptable sa Ilagan, hindi i-introduce ang ating variety doon sa Ilagan because based doon sa performance niya, hindi niya na-attain yung mismong objective natin na kailangan ang plant height niya 100 cm, ang tillers niya 25 to 30 per plants. Okay? So, ganon yung criteria natin. At based din sa yield. Kapag mababa ang yield niya, hindi pwedeng i-introduce doon. Okay? Baka meron pang ibang mga variety na pwedeng i-introduce dyan sa municipality na yan or sa province na yan. Okay? So, in the third year, it outstanding race as a new varieties. So, on the field trials or multi-location trials, in the several locations, doon na natin magko-conclude na they are good in this municipality. They are adaptable on this particular place. Okay? And then, it takes third to fifth year. So, hindi lang minsanan. Ano? Baka mamaya, i-consider kasi natin yung environment, i-consider natin kasi yung adaptability din, i-consider natin yung ecology, yung interaction, baka mamaya hindi siya nag-perform during the third year, pero magpe-perform na siya during the fourth year. So kaya nga, napakahaba, 3 years, yung mismong pagtatanim natin through multi-locations, kasi nga titignan natin yung performance niya on that particular durations. So mahaba yung taon. And then, on the sixth year, once na nag-perform na mismo yung seeds dito after 3 years, at nakita natin na nagkakaroon ng increase ng yield, na ipe-perform niya na yung plant height, na anong tawag doon? Na maintain niya mismo yung tillers or number of tillers, that's the time na magkakaroon na ng tinatawag nating seed multiplication for distribution. So it means magpo-produce na tayo dito and then ito na yung ibibenta natin or i-introduce natin sa mga farmers. Okay? So that is the advantage of mass selections. So napakahaba ng mass selections. Bakit kaya napakahaba ng mass selections, sir? To maintain yung purity, to assess the purity and evaluate the purity of that particular variety before it will multiply or introduce in our stakeholders. Okay? So, yun. Next one, meron tayong mga types ng self-pollinated crops or the mass selections. Number one is the positive mass selections. So kapag sinabi natin positive mass selections, desirable plant are selected from a mixed populations. Okay? Seeds are mixed together to grow further generations. All varieties or land races are used as the base material. So lahat ng mga seeds, itatanim. Okay? Kapag itinanim yon, so magkakaroon ng tinatawag na nating positive mass selection. Kung saan yung nag-perform among all of these, yun yung kukunin for the next generations. Okay? Kung nag-perform ito, nag-perform ito, nag-perform ito, so lahat ng mga nag-perform dyan, mix together to grow further generations, yun yung kukunin. Okay? And then, kapag sinabi nating negative mass selection, all the desirable or undesirable of type of the plants are removed from the field. So it means lahat ng alam mong pangit, dito kasi, lahat ng alam mong pangit, hindi mo kukunin. Naka-retain lang siya. Okay? But you are choosing the best among the rest. Pero dito, nire-remove na kaagad. Kasi lahat kukunin mo, yung mga nag-perform. Okay? So, used for varietal purification in seed production. Example, sana nagkaroon ka ng rogging, removal of the weeds. Ano? Pag tinanggal mo sila, negative mass selection. So, lahat ng alam mong nagiging sagabal, out of place, out of lane, out of types. So, that is so-called negative mass selections. So, kapag positive mass selection naman, ito yung kukunin mo lang yung the best. Yun yung kukunin mo. Even though merong mga out of place dyan, even though may weeds, basta kung saan yung nag-perform dyan, yun yung kukunin natin as our basis or seeds na pwedeng itanim for the next generations. So meron tayong procedure on how to do the mass selections. Okay? Na-discuss na natin kanina ito, di ba? So dito, mass selections. So number one, ulitin ko ha. So from a variable population, 200 to 2,000 plants, pwede namang mas higher dyan with similar and desirable traits. So harvested seeds are mixed together. So the mixed seeds are planted along with the standard checks and preliminary yield trial is done. So phenotype of the selected population is critically evaluated. So promising selection are evaluated in coordinated yield trials in several locations. And if the performance is satisfactory in each locations, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, na kapag ito ay nag-perform doon sa isang location na yon, they may be released as new variety doon sa area na yan. Okay? Seeds are multiplied for distributions. Okay? So that is so-called mass selections. Next. So ano yung advantage ng mass selections? One of advantage of our mass selection is varieties developed by mass selection have a wide adaptability, wide genetic base, and stability. So napakataas ng adaptability and then yung kanyang genetic base and also the stability. And mass selection also is a rapid and simple and least expensive of a plant breeding procedure. So it retained the considerable genetic variability and it is also used to improve the land races. Okay? Ni-improve natin yung variety na even though present na yung variety na yan, if you want to improve it in a way na mas siya ay yielded and at the same time, nagiging performer siya, so ginagamit natin yung mass selection. Okay? Next one is disadvantage of mass selection. Ano yung disadvantage? Yung phenotypic kasi of this variety is not as uniform. Okay, hindi siya uniform. And to test the homozygosity of the plant, progeny test is always required. Kailangan nating i-test for the progeny. Kasi hindi tayo nakakasiguro na kahit pare-pareho yung height, pero bakit kaya yung isa low yield, yung isa naman very high yield, yung isa maliliit yung kanyang panicle, yung isa naman ang laki ng kanyang panicle. O, di ba? So, doon pa lang, matitest na natin na there is something difference on the progeny or in the physiological characteristic. Just like for the example na ganito. Okay? Eto, alam natin na magkakatangkad sila. Alam natin na very pure. But in the homozygosity ay different pala. 'Di ba? So, hindi natin maa-assess na kahit magkakapareho sila ng height, magkakaiba rin pala doon sa disease resistance. Yung isa, yung resistant siya sa tungro, tapos yung isa naman, tolerant siya sa tungro. So, hindi natin ma-assess. Kaya napapansin ninyo kapag merong tungro yung plants natin, bakit kaya very scattered? Hindi lahat naaapektuhan. It is because there is something na kapag ito ay inbreed, there is something different on the progeny or in the physiological characteristic of that particular plant. Di ba? So, yon. Next one is a disadvantage, less improvement. So, walang improvement. Kasi nga pure. Pure lang. Okay? As compared to the pure selections. Okay? So, kapag less improvement, it means ay uh, nare-retain niya lang kung ano yung characteristic. Hindi na siya nagkakaroon ng development. Limited use and improvement of self-fertilizing crops and varieties difficult to identify in seed certification program than pure lines. So napakahirap i-identify in seed certifications yung mismong plants na ito. Okay? Only effective for characters with high heritability. Only those varieties which show genetic variation can be improved by this method as it uses variability present in the populations. So that is all about mass selections. Next video, i-discuss ko naman kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng pure line. Okay? Thank you so much and God bless.